Hello everyone, and now welcome to game 2 in the series between NightEnd and Kaz here on Daybreak. NightEnd spawning as the red Protoss on the bottom left hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Empire's Kaz spawning as the blue Terran. Terran versus Protoss here on Daybreak should be an interesting matchup to say the least. Game 1, a pretty interesting back and forth game. NightEnd was always behind, but it always felt like he could have done something. One good engagement away from really just evening up the game and then perhaps taking it. But Kaz able to find the right moments and with beautiful, beautiful ghost usage, which really was the tipping point for Kaz, was able to take game 1. We are now moving on to game 2 in this series. Excuse me. Game 2 in this series. And we'll see what NightEnd does to respond to this. Now, I've heard it said before that generally Protoss players win in the late game a little bit more, and then Terran players want to extend the mid game. I really think that's what Kaz did in game 1. He was able to extend the mid game, and he was also able to get to Ghost and Medivacs and Vikings. He got the necessary units he needed without really varying too much from that path. Now, it looks like Kaz is this time gonna be going for a full 16 command center. This is gonna be a very, very greedy build by Kaz, as you now see an SCV making its way down. No, is it gonna be a 15 command center? I believe it might just be a 15, or even could be a 14 command center. Yes, it is. And this very greedy build by Kaz may get punished. Alright, what's going to be happening here? A probe is going to be coming over. And what is NightEnd doing? NightEnd pretty much knows everything he needs to know by spotting that one particular command center. He knows that there's no possible way, based upon his early timing, for his opponent to have any other buildings. What he could do then is just harass this SCV and delay this command center. Anytime you can delay the command center, that is better for you, as barracks are now being placed down in two very separate locations. And now here comes the probe trying to get in a little bit of harassment. Now, NightEnd currently does have that supply advantage. Is he going to be chrono boosting out probes? I do believe so. Not quite sure why he is not going to be getting up a Cybernetics core. Nope, going to be going up for a Nexus first, knowing that his opponent went for command center first. So he's going Nexus before core to respond to what Kaz is doing. Kaz will most likely be upgrading that one particular command center into an orbital command, meaning that NightEnd will still have a small window of opportunity to maintain his worker advantage. Taking a look at Kaz. Kaz does have the possibility for double refineries, and I'm curious as to when Kaz will be actually doing that. If Kaz wanted to, he could just delay and get up a very strong mineral economy and utilize bunkers with Marines to fend off any sort of engagement that NightEnd would want to do. Now the question is going to be, is NightEnd gonna really be able to get Kaz or punish Kaz for his fast command center, or will NightEnd be able to catch up with this faster Nexus than normal? Warp Gate tech now being researched, Stalker now being trained. You can see that NightEnd did forego that initial Zealot that he did in game 1, knowing that he doesn't need it to perhaps chase away some Marines. Alright, probe now being forced to walk away. It's probably going to go around the far side. No, it is not. NightEnd now looking to just retreat and return home with that very, very brave probe. Let's take a look at the strategies. Kaz still seen at 34 over 38. NightEnd seen at 37 over 52. Marines are hunting and pecking for the Stalker and the probe, I believe. They're not going to find it, as there are none. And now the Stalker is on the run. Stalker unable to go up against 3 Marines fighting against him at the same time. NightEnd still just chrono boosting off more and more workers. You can see the robotics facility, and now a Twilight Council coming into play, going into Dark Shrine. Alright, this is a very interesting particular build. Perhaps we will see a warp prism and then warping in or dropping of Dark Templars. A Dark Shrine does take a fair amount of time to build, 100 seconds. And right now what you're going to see NightEnd do, he is going to create more and more gateways so he can actually train up 3 of those units the moment that Dark Shrine is ready. Warp Prism now being added, and NightEnd doing a very unconventional build here. And is it going to pay off? That is going to be the question. All right, Warp Prism about to be completed. It is going to fly pretty much straight across the map. Is it going to go within sight range of the... I'm not quite sure. It could go within sight range there. That is going to be very, very close. And if it does reveal itself here to Kaz, Kaz should be able to respond and react accordingly. No, it looks like it is just going to go beyond sight range there, as we also see a Stalker take down 1 Scouting Marine. Warp Prism should most likely go into phase mode here in just a moment. There you go. And now warp in some units. Or no, he's going to go straight up warp in inside the base. Is Kaz going to spot this? Dark Templars are warping in. You can spot them right there. And this hidden attack is going to be deadly. Okay, Kaz losing some SCVs and losing a lot of them down over here. Stalkers engaging as well. Marines trying to engage. And the Dark Templars are pretty much going after units very, very easily. SCV now taken down. How many units will get taken down here? That is going to be the question, as the starport does lift off. Dark Templars are still going to work inside the base, and Kaz is pretty much caught unaware at this point. Scanner sweep there does reveal 1. This Dark Templar should perhaps be trying to hide, get away from that scanner range, and it is going to be able to do exactly that, as the Dark Templars are eating through so much of the energy on these orbital commands. A new Dark Templar will get shot down there. This Dark Templar, will it finish off this 1 supply depot? It looks like it just may, unless the SCV does repair here. A new Dark Templar now simply walking in. There is a missile turret though. No luck there at all, as a new Dark Templar now pretty much forcing all of the mining to be happening at 1 base until all of these SCVs get redistributed. All right, harvester count. 11 workers have been taken down. 59 probes, 43 SCVs. And NightEnd utilizing Dark Templars very efficiently. And that Warp Prism now on the move will be able to escape and live to fight another day. All right, this Dark Templar here doesn't have really much to kill, just lying in the shadows, lying and waiting. A new Dark Templar here, as the Marines was able to take down one of those Dark Templars, unable to take, or sorry, the Marines are able to take down the Dark Templars. Dark Templar only able to take down 1 Marine in that group, as we see it is even on supply, 83 to 83. Marines and Marauders look to punish over here at the 9 o'clock position. Is there going to be enough? A whole bunch of Zealots, 1 Dark Templar, photon cannons as well, as the Marines and Marauders are trying to engage. The Zealots do have charge, and how much damage is being dealt? The Zealots now all just getting destroyed here, as the Marines and the Marauders able to run and turn and fire very, very effectively. NightEnd sitting at 103. Kaz sitting at 90. Kaz now regrouping his units. He is still well away from being supply blocked with 30 supply left. 1 Dark Templar does get taken down here at the Xel'Naga Tower outside NightEnd's base. And now we could be going into another drop once more. Medevacs simply just trying to fly around completely. Will they be able to do exactly that? Photon cannon now being added as well. Who's going to be able to handle the initial drop better? And it looks like Kaz is going to be able to take down some units. Zealots are now getting taken down. Archons now making their way over. So far 300 resources lost, and that is pretty much it, as another medevac is going to get taken down. And now we do see 1 proxy pylon here, which does not get cancelled. Alright. Stalkers sitting over here on the bottom right hand side of the map. You can see Marines and the Marauders are looking to regroup. Kaz just trying to get a feel for what his opponent is currently up to. And what he doesn't know is that NightEnd may be able to get off a very good surround. Nope, unable to, as the Stalkers were not there in time. Alright, some Marines are going to get taken down. It looks like more Marines are getting taken down, but then again, there is that stutter step from those Marines and those Marauders causing problems as the units are just making their way off to the north. Archon decides to back off here. Here's another engagement going down. Archon just ripping through a lot of those Marauders. Zealots eating through the Marauders as well. And I'm not exactly sure what changed in this game compared to last. But Kaz has never been truly in control of this game. Marines and Marauders now look to shut down a Zealot there. And it looks instead they will lose this one orbital command. Orbital command already at 400 some odd hit points. As the Marines are, as the SCVs are miraculously trying to reinforce here. Immortal is looking to fight back against all of these units. Is it going to be enough? This one particular orbital command already at 170 hit points and dropping like a stone. And that could potentially be a problem. Nexus has been taken out, and here we go up on the front. Archon SCVs battling it out, but Kaz does say GG. And now we are moving into a game-deciding Game 3. Series-deciding Game 3. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.